Canadians and as Torontonians, we know all about snow. The City of Toronto knows how to manage snow. I'm here with Mark Mills, who is the Superintendent of Road Operations for the City of Toronto. We're going to talk about what the city does to manage in snowstorms in this time of year. So Mark, can you tell me first off, we put brine, salt, sand on the roads. So can you talk to me about what we use and why we use it on the roads to manage the snow in the summer?
Our first line of defense is always salt, so we will look at our forecast. The forecast warrants that we will put out our direct liquid application of brine on the roadways, on our expressways, and the interior roadways. This helps us when we get the first round of precipitation falling. It will melt when it hits that brine. It also prevents the snow and ice from bonding to the pavement, so it helps us again when if we have to plow. So we will put out salt trucks when we get an accumulation of snow on the road as a first line of defense, or when the road becomes slippery. When we get to the plowing event, on our expressways we look at about 2.5 centimeters of snow before we deploy the plow trucks. On our main arterial roads, 5 centimeters, and on our local roads, 8 centimeters. Not until the snow stops when we deploy that plowing equipment.
Excellent. So as you were describing, the biggest question I get is, when are you going to be coming out and removing the snow from my street? So can you talk about, and I already did a little bit, but a bit about when they actually will come out and when people can anticipate or expect the snow to be removed from the street, and also sidewalks.
Right. So again, we will plow our main arterial roadways at 2.5 centimeters. However, if we're going to get a storm, for instance, in the local roads of 10 centimeters, we will wait for the snow to stop. So you might not see the plow truck there until the snow stops. You may have accumulation of more than 8 centimeters, but we will wait for the snow stop before we get into the local roads. With our sidewalks, our high pedestrian sidewalks, when they become slippery, we'll apply salt. As we saw this morning, we had a little bit of freezing drizzle. We went out, we deployed our sidewalk machines to get rid of that ice. We will plow the sidewalks when we get to about 2 centimeters on high pedestrian sidewalks and 8 centimeters in our low pedestrian sidewalks.
And when you're looking and wanting to give some advice to people who are listening to this, what advice would you give? The number one advice I would give, as I'm a driver, I drive and I take transit as well, is to be patient. So what advice can you give to the residents as we're going through or anticipating these sort of snowstorms that are going to be coming up?
Please drive to the conditions of the roadway. We know that when we have snow on the road, it will become slippery sometimes, so please slow down. Give the people time and space, our pedestrians, our cyclists, and time and space to get around the city also. When you see our equipment out there, we also need time and space, so please be patient. Although Mother Nature may have the upper hand at one point, we're a diligent bunch here, and we'll eventually get those roads into a good state of repair.
And when you're looking at, I'm having the opportunity to be here to look at the facilities, but just describe to the people watching how much salt we go through. What do we actually go through in a year? How many snowplows are deployed? But give a sense of the size of the operation that we have in the City of Toronto to manage.
So if we look at the amount of equipment we have 200 salt trucks available for us at any time. We have 300 sidewalk plows and 600 road plows. So that equipment is within the city boundaries, it is here and ready to go whenever we deploy it. We also have the ability to have our direct liquid anti-icing trucks out there when we need them. So it is a lot of equipment, over 1,000 pieces of equipment to maintain the winter operations in the City of Toronto. We use probably between 120 and 130,000 tons of salt. We have 15 depots that we work out of where you see equipment and salt storage, as we see in this area here in Toronto East York. But that's a rather large contingency of equipment and a large amount of salt that we do have stored and that we use each year.
Mark, I also want you to talk about Plow TO. I think residents and people of the city would love to know how we manage the timing and how they can be a part of the timing. So talk to me about Plow TO.
Right, so on our toronto.ca website, you can search Plow TO, and it is a real-time GPS mapping on there where you can actually watch the plow come down your street. And if it's not on your street, you know where it is, and it will be there soon.
Thank you very much for the work that you do for the city, and we're hoping that people will be patient when the snow comes. And listen, we're Canadians, we see this every year. Be patient and work towards the conditions of the roads, and knowing that the city is there to ensure that we have safe streets during this season.